Hey everyone, and of course, welcome to the next edition of Forum Bites. At GLC, I actually had a question from a moderator that they wanted to hopefully try and ask within a Forum Bites video. And it's a simple question. What do you do with a tenured or an experienced member who just doesn't want to follow the rules? I'm so glad you give me the easy questions. So you're within your forum and you have an experienced or tenured member who's not quite following the rules. And they're coming along the forum and other members are supporting them in not following the rules. What do you do? So let's give you a bit of a scenario to make it easier so we can frame this challenge. Let's say you have an experienced member who is not turning up to forum on time. And within your constitution, you have there written, if you do not turn up on time to, let's say, 2 meetings in a row, you must make a presentation to the forum why you should still be within the forum. The forum member doesn't turn up on time for 2 meetings. You're there ready, prepared to enforce the constitution. And other forum members post, oh no, that rule really doesn't apply to this member because they're, really experienced, or they don't want to anger them because they may leave the forum because they add so much benefit to it or so much experience to it. Or of course, there might just be a personality who says, oh, those rules don't apply to me. Entrepreneurs are very good at that. So what do you do? The first thing I would say to anyone who's attempting to actually enforce a constitution is avoid the ego challenge. What I mean by that is that everyone has an ego, your version of yourself. It's not good or bad, it's just your version. And the one thing I've found with dealing with volunteers, which a whole forum is, with the ego is that you can feed it or starve it, but you never prick it. In other words, you never get into the conversation of you and I. In other words, you are wrong, I am right. As soon as you get into those conversations as a moderator, the defenses go straight up and the arguments start. Then people within your forum then have to choose sides, which you don't want. Because as soon as you get people choosing sides, there's right and there's wrong, and suddenly you have fireworks all over a challenge which is actually about a constitution, not about an individual. So how do you do that within your forum? The easiest way that I've found that to be able to be done is have a conversation about commitment and the constitution, not about the individual or the challenge. It usually starts off something like this. Guys and girls, we have a constitution that states people turning up on time or not turning up on time has a certain consequence. And we here are disagreeing on whether we should enforce that or not. We have a decision to make. We have a constitution that we're committed to. Either we as a forum have an issue with the commitment or we have an issue with the constitution. And we need to talk about which one that is. Because as moderator, I'm here to make sure that we remain on the path that we agreed we would stay on. Not just allow us to venture off anywhere that certain points make us go to, a path that we go down, or other people not held to certain rules. We are here to do what we committed to. So tell me, is the Constitution wrong, or do we have to enforce it? That conversation is about the actual Constitution and the commitment of the forum, not about an individual. Will it be easy? No. But it doesn't start with you're wrong and I'm right. It starts with making sure that the person who's there and clear about accountability understands what that accountability is, as well as reminding everyone around the table what they agreed to do. Because if you do not have commitment within your forum, if you do not have commitment to your constitution that you agreed upon, what's the point? You're just another group that gets together and talks. I had a situation within my forum where I did not turn up to 2 meetings in a row. They were valid reasons, travel and sickness. But regardless, within our constitution, we had a part in there. If someone does not turn up to 2 meetings in a row, the next meeting they are doing a presentation to plead their case, why they believe they should still be part of this forum. And that's because of a commitment challenge. They're reaffirming their commitment. So at the meeting straight after the meetings that I missed, I had to make that presentation. Then I had to leave the room while they discussed about why I should still remain part of the forum. You're talking about me here, the guy who should have an EO tattoo on his back. My commitment to EO is not in question here. But I made a commitment to that constitution that must be held for one reason only, because we agreed upon it. My moderator requested me to do it, not based on what they thought. It was based on what the Constitution said, and then I did it. These conversations are not easy, but I wanted to make sure you had some of the tools to be able to start that conversation off, not with the individual, but with the forum. Talk about the Constitution as a level of commitment, not a checklist for enforcement. You are there as a reminder to make sure that people do what they say they're going to do. And if they don't, enforce the actual consequence. What they said is a good idea. You are not there to be the policeman or the policewoman. You are there to hold everyone accountable to what they said they would do. Now, as always, if anyone's got any questions whatsoever, please leave them in the comment section. If you haven't subscribed already, I hope you know what to do. Just hit that subscribe button now. And as always, I'll see you in the next video.